Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Help promote and make up my channel. So we're here to review Netflix original Fear Street Part 1, 1994. So this is based on books by R.L. Stine, and it does kind of feel like Goosebumps meets some kind of hardcore rated R horror film, but it is a bit Stranger Things. First entry of a trilogy of films. On this one, a circle of teenage friends accidentally encounter the ancient evil responsible for a series of brutal murders that have plagued the town for over 300 years. Can they stop it? Welcome to Shadyside. The positives on this one, there is certainly a strong opening to this film. There's a lot of good music from the 90s. There is some atmosphere to it, some suspense, some thrills, some chills. At a certain point, you do start to feel like these characters are really safe, but this film will shock you with some surprising, brutal murders. And the mystery of everything going on was well enough to want me to return for the next entries into this trilogy. You may actually get a few chuckles out of this film, not because they try to make you laugh, but at some points it can be so bad that you laugh when you shouldn't. And with that said, I really cannot say too many positive things about this film because it doesn't have many. The side characters, or secondary characters, are more likable than the lead, but that's also not saying much in itself. So let's just go ahead and move on to the negatives. He has a boring, whiny, irritating, bland, wet blanket of a protagonist. Such a self-centered character that puts her only friends and little brother in life-threatening situations for her own personal interests. This movie spends far too much time on the lead pining over her romantic interest. The secondary characters are more likable, but even they feel like a bit of a stretch when it comes to certain aspects of the characters, like the drug dealing cheerleader. This doesn't feel like an authentic 90s film, from ripping off Scream in the opening to almost unending 90s music being featured, some of which wasn't even out in 1994, to other various elements in the film. It feels more like a modern teenager or college student's idea of what experiencing the 90s was like. It has a heavy focus on LGBT representation, like today's more modern hard push for it to be in every movie and every TV show, which is another reason why it doesn't feel like authentic to the time. The film has a convoluted plot that doesn't stick the landing, and it has very Goosebumps ABC Family feel, despite its sometimes bloody and hardcore murders. It doesn't help that all the killers in here look like they wear discount Halloween store costumes. They don't come off anywhere near terrifying or intimidating. There are many cheesy, ridiculous scenes and unfunny attempts at humor. Characters make dumb decisions, needlessly putting themselves in harm's way. Their level of smart planning seems to come and go like someone left the door open. And there's just all kinds of flaws and problems. Not a good finish, and hopefully the following entries will add more sensibility to characters' plot, along with becoming more fun or more scarier. Give Fear Street Part 1, unfortunately, a 4 out of 10. The acting isn't always the best. The lead character sucks. All the rest of the characters aren't really that interesting or compelling, but they are a lot more interesting and compelling than the lead character, Dina. This feels very generic with the serial killers, the costumes. While it does get bloody and violent and pretty brutal in the murder department, it still feels like some kind of Goosebumps made for TV movie, or some kind of ABC Family made for TV movie. However, the mystery is good enough to keep you coming back to watch the second and third installment in this trilogy, as there are 2 more to follow. But They're earlier in the timeline. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you eat it up? Was it everything you wanted? Was it everything you expected? Or was it so much more? Or was it just terrible? Absolutely terrible, irredeemable garbage, and you don't even want to see the second one. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. There's no wrong if you love the movie or if you hate it. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Stay awesome. Rock on.